Well, a big welcome to everybody. I am so excited that you are here to learn about Azamara Cruises. And we are Suzanne and Steve Clausen with CruiseOne in Show Low, Arizona. So let's jump right into what Azamara Cruises, small ship cruising, is all about.
Push beyond the obvious, and perspective is open to change. When you see parts unknown, push beyond the obvious, and perspective is open to change. When you see parts unknown in ports less known, unwind, stay the night, and just slow down. Wander, but never wonder what a place is really like. The difference is night and day. Azamara, change the way you see.
So you can see that Azamara is completely different from those large ship cruise lines. Smaller ships, overnight stays in port, and they really are destination focused. They're almost like maybe a little bit of a river cruise, but at sea because of the time they spend in port. So we're so glad that you joined us today to learn about this fantastic itinerary to Greece, Italy, and Albania. We're going to give you an overview of that itinerary. We're going to unveil the Azamara difference, and then we're going to talk about our exclusive pricing and discounts. So let's get going. So before we dive into that, I just want to share a little bit about us. We are Suzanne and Steve Clausen. We've owned our CruiseOne franchise for almost 13 years now, and we are totally dedicated to crafting amazing vacations for all of our clients. We travel a lot, so we understand the importance of quality travel, and we partner always with quality partners like Azamara Cruises to make sure that our clients are getting the best cruise experience that they can have. Some advantages to working with our agency: we book hundreds of Azamara cruises. We have expert planning assistants. We know that one size doesn't fit all, so we really have a consultative planning process. And our group prices are amazing. You will always get the lowest price possible when you book through us. And help is just a phone call or a text. I answer my phones, my emails, my text almost 24/7. Not quite. I have to sleep sometime. But we pride ourselves on being super responsive to your questions and your needs. So here's a look at that itinerary. It is absolutely a gorgeous itinerary. It starts in Athens, Greece, and then it goes to the town of Catacoulon, which is the gateway to Olympia. It's about 35 minutes. You take a tour and visit ancient Olympia. It visits Albania, 2 stops in Sicily, and then on to Salerno. So amazing itinerary, and we're going to share a little bit more about that. Now, we're starting at Athens, so if you have never been to Athens before, this is a great chance for maybe you to come in a couple days early and see some of the great sites: the Acropolis, the Parthenon, the Acropolis Museum, where a lot of the artifacts are held. You can do a street food tour. You can visit some of the monasteries that and the hermit caves that are a little bit further out of town. If you are a religious scholar, there are tours that you can do that are in the footsteps of St. Paul. There are places you can visit out of town, such as Mycenae, and a couple other places you can take a day trip to. And then, of course, you can even do a biblical themed tour to ancient Corinth, all from the gateway of Athens. So definitely worth coming in a couple days early to see and to experience a lot of what ancient Greece has to offer, or modern Greece as well, with the food and the culture. Our first stop is Catacoulon, which is the gateway to Olympia. And these are some of my own pictures that I took the last time we were there. You can visit the epic ruins there. You can even run along the track that the ancient Olympians did. And you'll definitely want to visit that museum because that's where they have all the artifacts that they have found. And they put them together in these interesting ways so you can kind of see what it looked like when they were fully assembled. Here's some examples of the shore excursions that are available in that area. Again, you can go to Ancient Olympia Archaeological Museum. You can do a half-day tour in this area with a private car driver. You can do just a bus that's going to take you in Olympia on your own. Lots of different ways that you can experience the sport. If you've been to Olympia before, they even have some excursions that don't go to Olympia. They go to the surrounding farm areas and that kind of thing. Okay, so next we're going to go to Sarande, Albania. Now, this is a completely new port and new country. I've never been to Albania. I have a very good friend whose husband was from Albania. He immigrated to the United States in the 50s or 60s. But this beautiful port of Sarande is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous, beautiful waters. There's lots of different things to discover, including the coastal waters, some ancient castles, those kind of things. So definitely, if you've never been to Albania, this is a great place to start for visiting Albania. Then we head on to Syracuse, Sicily. And this is another, what Azamara calls an undiscovered favorite. There is an ancient Greek amphitheater. There's the Temple of Apollo. There's the Ear of Dionysius. And you can also enjoy some of that wonderful Sicilian cuisine that they are so famous for. Here's an example of some of the tours that are available in this area. So you can visit World Heritage Sites, you can go wine tasting, you can go on a bike ride. Azamara offers a wide variety of excursions in every port. And the good thing about working on a cruise like this with me is if you don't find something you exactly like through Azamara, I can help you find a custom tour or an independent tour that might be better suited for you. So we'll head on to the next city in Sicily, which is Catania. And this is close to the beautiful city of Taormina. A lot of people like to go there. It's kind of a seaside coastal resort. That's the beautiful rocks and that bay that you see in this picture here. But there's other things to see there. There is ancient Greek theater. There is views of Mount Etna. So much that you can do in this area. And again, it's a very beautiful area. And if you've never been to Sicily, you get 2 stops on this cruise that visit Sicily. Here's an example of some of the short excursions that you can do. If you wanted to go into Taormina, they have one that's on your own. They simply drop you off and you have 5 hours to explore the time on your own. You can do a panoramic coastline and see Catania on foot. Again, there's a wide variety of excursions that you can take to really experience this area with Azamara. Now we're on to Salerno. And the best thing about this is Salerno is a small port. Most of the big ships will go and they will dock in Naples, which is a huge big city. And then you take off from there to either go to Pompeii or to go to the Amalfi Coast. Well, Salerno is already your quaint little coastal town. So if you don't want to venture any further than there, you're already in this beautiful place where you can take in the sights and sounds of this part of Italy. But you may want to go to Pompeii if you've never been there before. So they certainly offer excursions that are going to take you to some of those famous sites like Sorrento or Pompeii or Herculaneum. So if those are things that are on your bucket list, the good thing is that we are in this port for 2 days. So that means that you can do one set of excursions on the first day and another set of excursions on the second one. And that's going to be the last full day of our cruise is our 2 nights in Salerno. So definitely a chance to take it all in. And you know what? If you wanted to go walk around Salerno at night and experience that, we're overnighting there. So you get to do that as well. The cruise ends in Rome. And if you have never been to Rome, I suggest maybe that you let me put together a custom package for you to experience the eternal city of Rome. Some of the things that I would suggest to do would be to visit the Vatican, the Trevi Fountain, maybe the Pantheon. There's a lot of beautiful Romanesque churches, some Rococo churches. I mean, every corner in Rome is like an art museum, and also a gelateria. So make sure you try some of the gelato while you're there. So I hope that itinerary is enticing to you. It visits some places that are off the beaten path, some of the places that the bigger ships don't go into. But let's talk about this small ship that we're going to go on, because Azamara Quest is different. It's a small ship, but it's packed with a lot of amenities. There's 5 restaurants. There's multiple bars and lounges, a pool, a spa. I mean, it has all the amenities that you would find on a bigger ship, but just more compact and intimate. So I have another video for you to talk about the small ship cruising experience with Azamara. always included amenities with Azamara. They are very inclusive cruise line. Such a wonderful way to cruise. Okay, so let's talk about the Azamara experience. Extremely personalized service. They have late night departures in many ports or overnight. They really are all about giving you that authentic connection to the destination. And again, they visit ports that other big ships just can't get into. They also do something that I absolutely love, and these are two of my own pictures of their As Amazing Evening events. Now, one of these was in Dubrovnik, Croatia, and the other one was in Montevideo, Uruguay. Both were just amazing shows. They call it the As Amazing Evening for a reason. These are shows that are custom made for Azamara. They feature local performances, local culture, local heritage. I can't even begin to describe what these experiences were like. We also did an Azamara cruise this January to South Africa, and we were treated to some wonderful South African singing and dancing. So it really gives you that immersive feel for the culture when you do the As Amazing Evening. Sometimes they have them on board and sometimes they have them ashore. And when it's ashore, it's kind of like a field trip. The whole cruise ship gets on a bus. They take you to this amazing venue where they put on this spectacular show that is made just for Azamara. These pictures don't do it justice. If I played the music, it wouldn't do it justice. I just take my word for it. It is an amazing, unforgettable experience, and that experience is included with the price of your cruise. So you're not paying extra to do this complimentary kind of field trip for the whole ship. And let's talk about that small ship. It's very personalized. This ship holds about 700 guests. Again, they have a variety of dining venues. They include beer, wine, and spirits all day and all night. I mean, you can order at any bar or with your meals. They, again, have that As Amazing Evening. They also bring local entertainers on board the ship to perform for you as well. So you not only have it ashore, but also on the ship. You get unlimited self-serve laundry. So if you do some of the extension in Athens before or Rome afterwards, you can do your laundry middle of the cruise and have fresh laundry for the rest of the cruise. And also your tips and gratuities are also included. It's a very inclusive cruise line. And a lot of people don't realize that this small ship with very budget-friendly prices has all these inclusions. It's a wonderful experience. I find Azamara to be a hidden gem. They also, you're not going to be bored on this small ship. They have so many activities and parties. And one of the things you see here is their White Night Party. Now, I recently was at Cruise 360, which is a big travel agency convention. And each year, cruise lines bring their own entertainment on board for our gala, which is our Hall of Fame awards and that kind of thing. And Azamara brought their White Night Party as one of the featured entertainment events. And it wrapped up the party. They were singing and dancing and live music, and it's a wonderful experience. And the thing I also love about the White Night Party is that everybody eats at this wonderful outdoor barbecue venue. And everyone on the ship is out there serving, and I mean, the officers are serving your food to make sure that everybody gets served efficiently and fastly. And the food is really good at the White Night Party. So they also have a variety of shows. This is an example of one of their variety shows that they have. They usually have two female singers, two male singers, and two dancers. And they have their own production shows that they do. They also bring aboard guest entertainers. They could be a singer, a comedian, a magician, always something good to go see in the evening for entertainment. It's, there's definitely some great nightlife on Azamara. They have a wonderful gourmet dining experience. Again, they do try to bring the local flavors of the world. And they also have specialty dining. They have Prime C, which is their steakhouse. They have Aquilina, which is sort of their Italian seafood and regular Italian food. They have casual dining. They have room service. They have dining events, again, like that White Night Party. And they also have like an officer's barbecue during the day. So there's a lot of really good things. And if you are on dietary restrictions, they can accommodate almost any dietary restrictions, including vegan. They always have a vegan section on the buffet, and they have a menu, and it's either vegan or vegetarian. If you're vegan, you can order it vegetarian, gluten-free, whatever you need. They are always very conscious of accommodating dietary needs. And wining and dining. They have just wonderful fresh ingredients. They have a variety of wine tasting classes on board that you can take. Just it's we love Azamara. I mean, it really is. We spent 2 weeks with them just in January visiting South Africa, and it was an amazing experience. All the food, everything was great. We got to dine, I think, at each and every one of these venues, and just fresh, well prepared, well thought out food, very, very delicious. And entertainment venues. So they have a cabaret lounge where they have their live shows. They have a room that's called the living room where they have the party band and other activities. That's always a lot of fun. Again, your evenings are not boring on this. They have a beautiful pool deck with sun or shade, lots of luxurious lounges, see with the cushioning, and you rarely see people holding on to seats because there's plenty of seats for people on Azamara. And here's a look at the rooms. Now, the most modest of the cabins is going to be their inside cabin. It's 157 square feet. So this is great if you're on a budget or maybe you're a solo traveler. This can be a great option for you to enjoy an Azamara cruise. Now, they also have ocean view cabins. Again, they have the two lower beds that can either be a queen or split apart into twin beds. Some of these rooms have sofa beds, so they can accommodate a fourth person. Again, modest in size, 143 square feet, again, for the budget-friendly people. Then they have their veranda and their veranda plus. Now, these are 175 square feet plus a veranda. So a nice size, kind of your typical size veranda for a cruise ship. And these rooms come with an internet minutes package, one free bag of laundry that's sent out, not your unlimited self-service laundry. That's always included. You get one night of specialty dining, and you get some complimentary in-room spirits with the Veranda Plus category. They also have the Club Continent Suite. Again, this is a large room at 266 square feet. It comes with some additional amenities, including that bag of laundry, the complimentary specialty dining, and you also get access to the therapy pots, pool, and the spa deck. They have more suites. So if you are interested in a larger suite, there's the owner suites, 560 square feet. They have spa suites. Those are actually sold out on our itinerary. There's only 2 of them, so they sell out pretty quickly. You've got ocean suites, and all of the ones above have very extensive verandas, and you get a lot of extra goodies if you get these suites. So one of the other ways that you can get some extra goodies on this cruise ship is to add the essentials package. Now, if you book at the current prevailing rate for a balcony or above cabin and not at our group rate, this is included at the prevailing rate. So if you're interested in a suite or a Club Continent suite, you're going to be booking at those rates. If you're interested in a veranda or an ocean view, we have group rates that are going to end up saving you money. And we just add that $8.99 per cabin. So you get these amenities and you still save money versus booking it directly with Azamara. And I have a chart that's going to show that. So I'll keep going. So again, these early booking rates, when you add that package or you book with the early booking rates at some of the cabins that we do not have a group allocation for, you're going to get the premium beverage package, a $300 onboard credit, and the complimentary Wi-Fi. And I'll go over all of this when you call me for a quotation. But here's my eye chart. Okay, so I did want to point out that spa suite is sold out. There's only 2 of them. They sell out. Oh, yes, there's only 2 of them. They sell out very quickly. But if you look down here, here's the categories that we're holding in our inventory. And the one that I would recommend is probably this V2 category. So the Azamara direct price for that is $31.59 per person. Our price, which does not include that bonus amenity, is $23.79. But when you add that $8.99 to it, which you divide in 2, because this is the price per person and that $8.99 is per cabin. So it's basically $4.50 per person, you're still going to save $331 versus booking with Azamara Direct because we're holding that group inventory and we've secured a great group rate for you. And of course, we're having this event to let people know that we have all these wonderful rates and get the word out. You can actually book with us and save versus booking directly with Azamara. Plus, you get some extra amenities. So we have a $100 per cabin onboard credit that is exclusively for guests in our group. And then we have a complimentary wine tasting event that'll be held one day on the ship. And that is going to be exclusively for the people who book into our group. So let's get you booked. Fabulous itinerary. You get those early booking rates, or you can add the early booking bonus to our group rates. You're going to get our agency's renowned concierge level service where we're going to help you with every single aspect of your cruise planning. You're going to get our expert guidance in what to do ashore. We're going to help you with your air. And we're going to be on board to make sure that every aspect of your vacation exceeds your expectations. And of course, you can get those all-inclusive perks depending on how you book the reservation. So join our fun group of like-minded travelers. We've got 16 guests booked into our group already. We're all people who love to discover new cultures, new food, see the world. And this is a perfect opportunity to join with us and have a wonderful time on this cruise. Do as much as as little as you want with a group. Maybe you just want to be at the spa reading a book all day, and that's fine. But we have these great low group rates, so we don't want you to miss out on those. So here's kind of a summary of the itinerary again. It's a 7-night Mediterranean. It goes from Athens, Greece, it visits Albania, Sicily, mainland Italy, and then ends in Rome or the port city of Civitavecchia, which is about a half hour, 45 minutes from Rome. And then, we'd love to have you join us. It's going to be a great cruise. We do other cruises, and I'm going to tell you in a little bit how if you feel like 7 nights in Europe, even with the bookends, I mean, like I say, we can bookend this with some land package in Athens and a land package in Rome. But if you feel like that's not enough time, I have some other cruises that will tie into this. But I'm going to go over what our other group cruises are because we work with all the best cruise lines and put together custom packages and group amenities with lots of different cruise lines. And we want to kind of share with you what we're doing with some of those other ones as well. So if you're into river cruising, we have got an Avalon Bordeaux cruise. We did a webinar on that on April 16th. And then on November 25, we're also doing the Danube, the lower Danube. It's one of the most exotic itineraries with AMA Waterways, and we are partnering with an Arizona winery who actually has heritage from Serbia and Montenegro. His father lived in former Yugoslavia, and he's a winemaker here in Arizona and a chef, and he's bringing his wine on board to do a comparison and contrast between the European wines and the wines that he's making in Arizona. It should be fantastic. We also are doing an Avalon cruise. We did a webinar last night on that. That is Romantic Rhine with Lucerne and Lake Como. Fabulous itinerary that we have on Avalon Waterways. Again, 5 different countries in 10 days. So amazing itinerary. If you are a little bit more adventurous, we do have Antarctica in 2 ways in 2026. So we have a scenic sailing only cruise on Celebrity that will take you all the way from Buenos Aires down to Antarctica, and you'll sail around in the glaciers and some of the coves there and see Antarctica from the ship. But then if you are a little bit more adventurous and you always wanted to walk around on Antarctica, we are hosting an expedition cruise February 21st of 2026. So call me if you're interested in learning more about that. We do work with a winery called Ascension Cellars, and this will be our 6th wine cruise with them that we're doing in March 6th of 2026. We had sold out, but somebody had a change in schedule. So we have 1 cabin that came back to us on return. So if you are interested in a fabulous 10-day cruise for wine lovers, please give me a call. And as long as I have a cabin available, I have great group discounting prices, and you will have a fabulous time with our wine group. We have about 60 cabins sold on this, so it's going to be a very fun group, a little group within a group. Scandinavian capitals with Holland America, another one of our favorite cruise lines to partner with. We did a webinar on this one on April 17th. So if you are interested in learning more about that, you can visit our YouTube page and see that, or just give me a call and I can tell you about it. Fabulous cruise. And then if you feel like that Scandinavian capitals is not enough time in Europe, you can add this extension that is a Globus tour to Norway. So you get to see all those beautiful Baltic capitals, and then you can do this land tour to Norway, or maybe you just want to go to Norway on a land tour, so we can send you on that. You don't have to combine them, but they combine really well together. But the one I'm most excited about is if you want to combine 2 cruises together to see Greece and Turkey and Italy and Albania, look into booking this 8-night Aegean Odyssey that we have with Windstar. It ties perfectly with just 4 days on land in Athens in between. You're on another small ship, cruise ship, with only 300 passengers. Then you would get off in Athens and then spend some time on land, see whatever you want in Greece, and then put together a custom package for you to do that. Then you can join us on the Azamara cruise, and you'll see how they tie back to back. That cruise on Windstar goes through the Corinth Canal. It is on one of their luxury motor yachts that's all suite. Absolutely amazing cruise line with 300 people. And the nice thing about doing 2 different cruise lines as back to back, you're not having the same food, same entertainment. It's going to be completely different. So you're going to have 2 different experiences, even though you're kind of on one contiguous itinerary. So if all that's not enough for you, CruiseOne is a well, this is my page with my own personal groups. We have lots of groups on lots of different itineraries, and almost every single one of these, well, I can tell you, every single one of these is going to save you money over booking direct. So go to our groups page, scroll through, see if there's something that catches your eyes, because we have great group pricing on a variety of cruising. But if you go there and you don't see anything that is catching your eye, we are a national partner with all the cruise lines, and we have preferred discounted rates on many, many different sailings. I can't say that it's every ship and every sail date, because lots of times we have an allocation, and if that allocation is sold out, we don't have any more. But the best way for me to get you a great, better than direct price is for you to book early and consult with me, be flexible to your date. I've got great access to amazing prices in the cruise industry because we are part of the largest retailer of cruises in North America, but you have the personalization of a locally owned franchise where I build relationships with my clients. So it's the best of both worlds. So we want you to give us a call and book now for big savings. Join our exclusive group on this Azamara cruise. Book as soon as possible to have the best selection and the best rates. We've got our group savings. We've got the bonus onboard credit. We've got an exclusive wine tasting event on board. You'll get that amazing evening. And of course, you'll get my concierge level planning and travel assistance to help make sure that every aspect of your vacation is seamless and exceeds expectations. So call me. I'd love to do a complete quote for you, talk about which cabin we would book for you, get something on hold, and really make it a personalized experience for you so that you can join us on the cruise and have a fabulous time. Here's our contact information. Again, we're Suzanne and Steve Clausen. I am a certified master cruise counselor. I even have my elite cruise counselor from the Cruise Line International Association. I book literally hundreds and hundreds of cruises every year for my clients, and it's still a very personalized experience. I used all my travel knowledge and my experience as a travel agent to make sure you are getting absolutely the best deal and the most seamless experience. Give us a call. I'd love to help you out. Here's all my contact information. If you want to check out some of those other webinars, visit our YouTube page, subscribe. You'll get notifications when we've posted a new webinar or new video. And you can also check us out on Facebook. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. I'm going to go ahead and pause it there and just see if we have any live questions from any of our guests who are attending with us live, or maybe something in the chat.
I don't see anything in the chat, so let's see if anybody has any questions live.
Well, I always think that I try to be so thorough that we don't have any questions. I'm just kind of looking to see if anybody's got their hand up. Okay, well, again, thank you so much for coming. Please reach out to me. I'd love to get this cruise booked for you. Again, my name is Suzanne Clausen and my husband, Steve Clausen. We are owners of CruiseOne Show Low, and we're here to handcraft your next fabulous vacation. Thank you so much for joining.